In this video, I will continue to show you different ways to increase student engagement using partner and team strategies. The fourth partner team strategy is called 4 corners. In this strategy, students are asked to make a decision about a problem, question, or controversial statement, and then move to the corner of the room that represents their answer. After students have moved to a corner, they are prompted to discuss and explain their thinking with peers in their corner. Next, the teacher will randomly select a student to summarize their ideas to the class. One obvious benefit of this strategy is that it allows students to get up and move around the room. Here are some helpful tips for using the 4 corners strategy. Number 1, be sure to pre-plan questions or problems that will be given to students and create posters with possible responses in advance of class time. Number 2, consider using sticky notes or whiteboards so that students can write down responses before moving to their chosen corner. Number 3, think about assigning roles and responsibilities within each group, such as facilitator, recorder, and speaker. The 5th partner and team strategy is called Snowball because it begins with an individual student response and grows into a whole class discussion. First, you will ask students to respond individually to an open-ended question or to complete a task. Then have students discuss their responses in pairs. Next, place students in groups of 4 to discuss their answers. And finally, put students in groups of 8 and so on. This strategy allows students to independently formulate their own ideas on a topic and then gradually synthesize them with other information. This strategy pairs well with graphic organizers or whiteboards to record individual and partner responses. Here are some helpful tips for using this strategy. Number 1, consider stopping the snowball activity after groups of 4 and having representatives from each group share their group's discussion. Number 2, consider strategically combining groups based on the knowledge of your students. Number 3, monitor students and provide feedback related to both the content of their responses and their participation in the strategy. The final partner and team strategy is called Classroom Mingle, and it is an engaging way to learn and practice new material. Classroom Mingle allows students to move around the classroom and ask and answer questions with multiple partners. First, the teacher uses slips of paper or note cards to create various questions, statements, or problems. Students are then given a slip of paper that has a question or problem and asked to walk around the room until the teacher says stop, just like musical chairs. Students then find a partner who is close to them and take turns asking and answering questions on their slips of paper. After a set amount of time, the teacher will ask students to trade questions or problems and find another partner. Let's watch this strategy in action.
Okay, so to review the prefixes that we've been learning about, we're going to try something called Classroom Mingle, okay? So when I say mingle, you're going to walk around and I'll say stop. And who's ever closest to you, you're going to ask them what is the meaning of the prefix on their card. And then they'll tell you, but you have the answer on the back, so your job is again to coach them and give them the right answer. And then I'll say trade, and then we'll mingle again, okay? You guys ready to go ahead? Go ahead and mingle. Walk around. Mingle. Okay, go ahead and stop. Okay.
What is the meaning of the prefix mono?
Single.
And then do you have a word with the example of mono as a prefix?
Monochromatic.
All right.
All right. What is the meaning of auto?
Like, I'm not sure. What is it?
The meaning is self, and then what is an example using auto?
Autograph?
Yep.
Okay, so what is the prefix? This is a prefix, semi. What does that mean?
Big.
Semi. Semi. So, no, not quite big.
And then I don't know what it means.
Okay, so semi means if you have a circle and then you have a semi-circle.
Oh, half?
Yes, very good. Can you think of any other words?
Semi-truck.
Yes, very good. Okay, what's your word?
Hydro.
Hydro, water?
I think so. Yeah, water.
Hydroplane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here are a few tips for using the classroom mingle strategy. First, ensure that all students can read the questions, problems, or statements. Second, for problems that have a right or wrong answer, consider having the answer written on the opposite side of the slip of paper. This will allow students to praise others for correct answers and provide immediate error correction for wrong answers. We hope we've inspired you to try some or all of these engagement strategies. We know from research conducted at the Center for Instructional and Behavioral Research in Schools, or CIBERS, that when students are actively engaged in learning, problem behaviors decrease and academic success increases.